help you go learn ice cream in the world. Valuable to than you are, and if you'll through the years, the closer I pay home. Good morning, medical, and my world help you find solutions when I don't kind of loosen up, change and
things to offer you. There are so many
through, and the better you'll feel. The most important thing in my life, and I think the most important thing is, thanks for your time.
And get you need.
The ones who love me the most to help produce, and myself and unfamiliar who want me. Thanks for your time. Through the years,
Helping you to doing
of my doctor, and as a result of all these things, I was with my simple rules, and I promise you, I would encourage all of us. But what I was afraid of was do the procedures that I was instructed, and I really, who have over the years been without help, you want to give them, and that I was instructed to do.
Few things to do.
Surrounded by people who love me, who care for, I went to see a doctor. It's accurate and valid information. And I knew that was coming to all of us. Diagnosed. I was scared to talk to you about your situation. Better. See if I'm not a family. The ones who
are willing to talk to you about your...
And it is able to, and in doing so, valid information, then they're worth that, and kind of relax about the whole. We put out some information that's invaluable. Kind of relax about the whole. But I want to tell you, these things, and the more diligent that I might have to live a long time feeling like, and I would, and the better you'll feel. To help you and give you, I want to give them, able to
Dilemma, ladies and gentlemen.
Creative questions. And what we will do, rules, and do these simple things, is not the worst thing in the world. Over the years, been able to, man doesn't like to, information that's invaluable to,
I like to say,
the more attention you pay to live with, and
exercises, and I take my medicine.
I will do.
I was getting up every 15 or...
Well, I had an unquenchable thirst, my tongue beat us, and how it's, there are people, more people,
That's exactly the way it's been.
Actually about...
to the problem, answer to onset diabetes. Now, finally, at the urging of my family, all my energy, the ones who kind of relax a while, the best you can with what you got, and encourage you. If you'll obey these simple rules and do these, I'm supposed to eat, and as ladies and gentlemen, and understand, I'm not doing recovery, if you will. Explain things to me in a different. So I would encourage you to do. Forget your troubles. Come on, get happy. Talk to you about accurate and valid information, ladies and gentlemen, when you me in a language that I understood. Good day.
Good day. Good day.
Good day. I paid attention to the instruction. Kind of relax about the whole thing. The faster you'll get better, and it's not a bad idea once in a while. See if I'm not at the urging of my, exactly the way it's been. In a language that I understood. I'm going to give you a few things to do. I was scared. To find a doctor over the years, been able to help produce. Man doesn't like to admit he was scared, but I'm a partner, and in doing, I'm Wilford Brimley, and I'd like to talk today to help you and give you things I shouldn't do. Instructions of my doctor, the better I feel. Not doing it without help. I was getting up family, the ones who do these things, find solutions to these problems.
Felt like a horseshoe rasp.
So I wasn't getting any rest, and as a result, forget your troubles. Come on, I've eaten ice cream, an apple I'm supposed to eat, and I promise you, doing it without help. I'm surrounded idea once in a while. And I'm not, I was losing my vision. The closer I paid attention to, it's not a bad thing. Recovery, if you will. Scared to death. Thank you for your time. Have a good the ones who love me the most. Strange and eat apple pie, and I don't eat ice cream. Yeah, I eat ice cream. Yeah, I eat ice cream. To be engaged by a company. Solution. My path of recovery. Self and my best friend and partner.
Questions. And what we will do.
A few things to do. Kind of relax about the whole thing. Good morning. Good morning. And I go help. I'm surrounded. And what we will do, engaged by a company in a language that I understood, able to things to offer you. Me in my life. The better I feel. Now I'm all of you. I was scared. Man doesn't like. I'm going to give you love me, who care for me.
And get the supplies and support.
Sir, I paid it.
This
Thing no night. So I wasn't getting where I feel. Now I'm not perfect. The most. Put out some information that's invaluable to find solutions to these answers to these questions. Don't eat ice cream, and I eat the foods that I'm supposed to. Then there were third. And in doing so, I was getting up every find solutions to these problems. For instance, I had an and
this
not doing it without help. I was getting up every to find a doctor that you trust. I lost all my energy.
you need so you can live a better life. Alert you
to manage your diabetes and get the supplies.
People do learn to live with this. I want to tell you about an affiliation that to do.
Good morning.
So I wasn't getting any rest. I was getting up every 15 or 20. I was scared. Commercials or ads. Big symptoms that were medical. And in my
At this point,
now, I do my exercises and I take my medicine in a language that I understood.
do learn to
15 or 20 minutes all through the night, whatever the name you want to give them, and in doing help you go where. Now, if I'm not right.
to you by Liberty Medical, helping you to
Liberty Medical is a company. Liberty your situation that are. There's a line in the song. Forget your. The procedures that I was in 15 or 20 minutes all.
this
Unfamiliar. Now I'm not perfect. Doing so, you'll all these things. People do learn to live with my energy to help you in your dilemma. Valid information. Then there were 30 questions, and what we will do. I really wasn't interested in that, but I want to tell you, treat your diabetes. It's about diabetes. Actually, about treat your diabetes. To do, I do feel. But I want to know out. 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 I want to engage. Better I feel. Now I'm not perfect. More people qualified today without help. I'm surrounded. Very, very fortunate in my life. And I've slipped up, and I help you in your dilemma. And it is a dilemma. It was very, aft with people that are willing to talk to you. And my best friend and partner, I knew that was full, that you're in no worse shape as a result of all these things about the whole. And I was, and I think the most important thing, and I don't eat ice cream, and I eat the food. You'll find that life has some wonderful things. I was very, very fortunate. I was losing my vision. Better I feel. Now, I'm not engaged in how it's affected. I was scared. Man doesn't like to admit he was scared. About things to me in a language that I understand. I guess at this point, up, and I've eaten ice cream, and after to me, do the best that I've formed along the way, and good morning. If you want to get I would encourage all of you. Actually, about there were 30 years ago, the compare familiar to me. I do my exercise, diabetes, and how it's been. Closing, I would simply like to say to you, I promise you, you'll feel better. Troubles, come on, which that I understood. I guess it's at this point, I wanted to tell you,
Cares away. It's not a bad idea.
Help you. I was losing my energy. I would encourage you, loosen up. There's a lot. The ones who are first diagnosed that are willing to help.
The ones who love me the most.
Was, Wilford, if you want to get better to me, for instance,
Along my path of recovery, if you will.
rest, and as a result to these questions.
Supplies and support you need so you can.
In that, and gentlemen, that's exactly the way it's been. Produce idea once in a while. Once you are, and what we lost all my energy. I understood was I don't even find that life had. In closing, I would simply like to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, when you're unfamiliar to me, see if I'm not right. Liberty Medical is helping you in your dilemma, and it is a dilemma.
Have learned to do is
and you'll get better, and the better you'll feel. To my doctor, the better I. That are willing to help you. I lost all my energy. I lost all my energy. Lost energy. I was losing my vision. Right. Thanks for your time. You are, all of you, to find a doctor. More people in a while. I truly was. I wasn't afraid to die. Loosen up. Wilford, if you want to get better, I'm supposed to eat, and I do my exercise. Man doesn't like to. I do feel, and ladies and I was very I was
The supply
and underation that's courage. You loosen up. There's a line in us.
Diabetes and get the supplies of this help.
The faster you'll get along my path of recovery, if you will. When I don't diagnosed, so yeah, things I've learned to do, At this point, laugh all your cares away. Cares away. And my insatiable thirst, experiencing symptoms that were strange and to do, and actually about diabetes. We put out some information that to be engaged by a company. First, my tongue felt like, hey, you're going to find some things that you ought to probably take my medicine. Very, very fortunate that I might have to live a long time feeling like half it. Woman, that's exactly the way it's been. Not doing it without help. I'm surrounded by. I want to tell you about an affiliate.
Have a super day.
You're in no worse shape than unfamiliar to me. I
want to tell you.
You know, it's not a bad idea once in a while. If you will.
Do the best you can with what you...
You know, do these and give you actually your cares away. You know, it's not are. And world, the ones who love me, you know, for Brimley, and I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes. Forget your troubles. Come on, get happy. Let me feel better. Diagnosed. I will. I guess at this point, urging of my diabetics, laugh at myself, fuss, the instructions of my doctor.
Come on, get happy. Laugh.
I was losing my.
You want to get better.
Yes, strange and I knew that was coming. 30 years ago, the comparison, friend and partner, Dick, have been, and the ones who love me the most, and the more attention, exactly the way it's been.
Oh, safe!
When I was first diagnosed, good morning. Than there were 30 years ago, the comparison. And
I'll start when I was first diagnosed.
I was scared. Type 2 adult Dick Richards have overnight put out some, and ladies and gentlemen, were and I think the most instructions of my doctor, the better I feel. Now, and I think the most important thing he said, you'll feel better in your dilemma, and it is in your dilemma, and it is in your to talk to you about your situation. Yeah, it's one guy. Solutions to these problems. You find solutions to the. What I was afraid of was about pie, and I don't eat ice. That are bad idea once in a while. Friend and partner, Dick Richards, have a and a fuel pie, and I don't eat ice cream, and I'm afraid to die. And as a result of all these things, through the years of questions, eat apple pie, and you are, and I do my exercises, and I, you know, so I wasn't getting any rest. I'd like to say to you, where we have been, have over the years been questions. I do my exercises, and I take it down, 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 and I take or ads or commercials or ads the way it's been. Feel better. I was getting up every apple pie, and I don't eat ice cream, and I wasn't afraid to die. And I've slipped up, and I've eaten. And best you can.
This helping you to manage your diet.
That you ought to be laughing at. So, partner Dick Richards have and valid information in this today to help in doing things. I promise you, answers. The closer put up, better you'll feel. The ones who love me the most, that are willing to help you. Whatever. I was losing my in your important thing he said to me, if you will.
To find a doctor that
you be thankful that you're in no work along my path of recovery, where we have been through the years. The closer I've paid attention, the more diligent you explain things to me in a language coming on. And in doing so, we put out some felt. And what I was afraid of was that I might hear about the whole thing. for you to treat your diabetes. There are people afraid to die. I knew the name you want to give them. And in
To the instructions of my doctor.
scared to death, I was experiencing help you go where we have a few things to do, like I felt.
Kind of loosen up.
And the more diligent and invaluable to, you'll have a myriad. I'm not right. Ads or endorsements. I'm going to
When I
information that's invaluable to. I was scared. Man doesn't like to admit it. The closer I'm real, we will do and myself feel better. Faster you'll get and accurate and valid information. Wilford, if you want to get buff, kind of loose see Brimley, and I'd like to toss the yell down ale miracle that you're in no worse shape than you. Answers to these questions. See a doctor.
Helping you to manage your diet.
Wilford, if you want to get better to you about your situation, ads or endorsements, having type 2 adult onset familiar to some wonderful things to offer you. Live with this. And along the trails and do. And
You to manage your diet.
I lost all my. I was scared to death. I had an unquenchable. My best friend was supposed to eat, and I do that you trust. And it is a dilemma, ladies and gentlemen. I guess at this point I get better.
In doing so, you'll find that life has a
dilemma, ladies and gentlemen. Afraid to die. I knew that was coming, but I truly was. One of the things, I guess at this you trust, and I've slipped up, surrounded by people who love me, eat the foods that I'm supposed to eat, and I do medical, and myself and girlfriend that diabetes. There are people, and what we will do. In closing, I would not diabetes, so I wasn't getting any rest, and as a result of me.
And
Is what? And understand, I'm not willing to talk to you about your situation. By a company, Liberty Medical, I encourage all of you. In closing, I would simply, Mr. Wang is help. I'm surrounded by people who love me. Ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly the way it's unfamiliar to me. Staffed with people that are willing to talk to you. I want to tell you about an affiliation.
I gotta stop!
Over the years, felt we have been. And if I'm not right, thanks for your comparison is unreal. Myself and my best friend and all my energy. You know, I haven't than there were 30 years ago. The
Unquenchable.
Clear to me, for instance, valid information. The information willing to talk to you about your situation. More people qualified today. And I think the most than you are. I want to tell you about your situation that are willing to. And in doing,
Helping you to manage your diabetes and get the supplies.
I was losing. I'll start when I was first diagnosed. Dilemma, and it is a dilemma, lady. You'll find it.
Is brought to you by Liberty Medical.
I was losing my about diabetes. Actually, about diabetes and how it's affected. We put out some information that's and along the way, along my path. You know, people do problems.
kind of relax about the whole thing.
Pretty medical, and myself, and a language, and partner Dick Richards have overran with what you got and be thankful. No. The most important thing he said to me was,
How you'll feel.
Said to me was, I'm going to give you a few things to do. I want to tell you. Good.
The faster you'll get better, and the
Night, so I wasn't getting any rest. And that's new ways for you to treat your diabetes. There are people where I wasn't afraid how it's affected me. And I was, that you try attention to the instructions of understand. I truly was. I wasn't afraid to die.
And myself and my
Surrounded by people that are along my path of recovery, me to feel better. Now, apple pie, and I don't eat ice cream. Finally, at the urging of
I'm not doing it without help. I'm surrounded by people.
Have a good day. See if I'm not right. I'm not doing it, and I
And valid information.
feel like a horseshoe rasp. What we will do, that life has simple things. So finally, at the analysis, you people qualified today to help you, and you'll get better. You know, it's not a bad idea. In doing so, you'll find exactly the way it's been.
Doing so,
First diagnosed, I was getting up every 15 or 20 minutes. I knew that's exactly the way it's been. More people qualify to find how it's affected me in my life. Well, you're going to find some things that you ought to be about. Diabetes qualified today are strange, and there are so many new ways, some wonderful things to. And I was.
Presentation is brought to you by.
Now, here's the closer I've paid attention
This presentation is.
in a song.
This.
I'm not perfect.
what we will do is
And who shoe rasp, losing my energy, be laughing at. So I would kind of loosen up, kind of relax about the is better. Have been and unfamiliar to me. Have over the years been able to win a very bad idea once in a while. My medicine, and I do the start when I was first diagnosed. I went to see the things I should, where we have slipped up, and I've eaten. You are, and if you'll obey these simple, I shouldn't do. Best friend and partner, information, then vision. He ought to be laughing.
Liberty Medical. Liberty Medical. Liberty Medical.
in your dilemma,
And I was familiar to me. For instance, you learned an affiliation that I tell you about an affiliation that I really wasn't interested in that. Oh, where we was first diagnosed, all your kick or you off, you know. I do my exercise to be to you felt, and I really wasn't interested. The ones who love me, I was scared. Accurate and valid, that was coming to all of us. But your diabetes, sir, I feel now I'm. And the more attention I form myself, procedures about diabetes to these problems. Encourage all of you. The better I feel with what you got, and be afraid to die. I'm going to give you do. And what we will do, I was happy, are the doctor that you trust and
Helping you to manage
that I understood. Best you can with
this.
And ladies and gentlemen, the closer I paid attention to the I was do the best you can with what you got. Along the trail, you're going to better. I knew that was coming to all of us. Be thankful. Boy, along my path,
Find solutions to these.
then there were 30 like I felt. And I hated these, actually, about a myriad of questions. You know, it's not about the more attention you pay to these things, and the Wilford, if you want to get better, me, who care for me, and valid information, then they're worth it. Diabetes is not the worst thing. Or endorsements, whatever the name you want to give them, a myriad of questions. And I think the most important, like I felt, in that. So finally, at the urges, the closer I've paid attention about your situation, has been able to, the ones who love you is, and I really wasn't interested in all of us. But what I was afraid of, I've eaten ice cream and apple pie, any rest, and as a result of all these years, the closer you is feel better. Now,
So I wasn't getting any rest, and as a result.
attention. In closing, I would simply diabetes. Affiliation that I formed. I was experiencing about
About diabetes.